Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, everybody, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy Friday! Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Welcome back to another brand new, fresh Hazel collecting stream featuring Miss Kira, kitty cat extraordinaire. How you doing today, Miss Kira? Have any words for your people? I don't think we can get the angle. I don't want to smack you with the mic. Today, I want to do freehold mount farming for shark bait. Ooh ha ha. But I was camping Rust Feather just while waiting because I figure I might need to move this character to do freehold, and I want to at least get today's Rust Feather kill in before that time. So I've been hanging out. It's been a couple minutes, which means it could spawn anytime in the next, what, like 15? I was also looking at my rogue buttons, trying to figure out which one's going to help me tag it, because last time I almost didn't tag it because I couldn't figure out which one of these buttons worked from range. I feel like if I hang out over here and I just hit a good blade flurry, though, it'll be alright. Nice group of people camping in. Good people. Good families. Good parents. I want to thank Callias for a 2-month reset. Welcome back. Thank you very, very much. And Sammy with another 2-month reset. Thank you, guys. Hi, gang. Hope everyone's having a great Friday. Can't complain thus far. What do you think, kitty cat? How's our morning going so far? I mean, it didn't start that long ago. It's not like I get up at the crack of dawn. Evoker's feet, so close to being a time to the music. And one day, it'll be a gnome. Maybe what I should do is when I do make another intro, you know, knock on wood eventually, do the gnome, but do it in some place like Elwyn Forest or like Dunmoreau maybe, where it's not expansion specific, so that I can leave it. I know new intros are fun, but what if I just left it into like eternity and then never changed it again? I guess as long as I continue to make the gnome, that's true. Nothing like coffee and BGs. Ooh, coffee and BGs sounds good. That's what I should pair. I feel like I did used to do that on stream sometimes, and then people would be like, hey, BG, aren't you in the WoW section? I would like tab back to WoW, and I'd be like, haha, gotcha. Pranked. Although I feel like if I was trying to tab between monitors, or pardon me, tab on one monitor between BGs and this, I would 100% miss the Rust Feather spawn. Now we're talking. Enjoying the last day of my holiday time off. I hope it was rejuvenating. Weekend for me, so excited to do nothing. Plan puts a lot of pressure on the T-Mog and pet choices. It does. The Mog in particular, because the pets, my traditional pet thing is random. I have, well, I used to have basically all of my pets favorited. I have fallen behind significantly, but I used to have most of them favorited. And then I would just mash the random favorite pet button. Maybe one day I should catch up. I still favorite new mounts when I get them so that I can use random favorite mount as like a random mount button. It occurred to me that apparently you can have no favorites and then it will act as a true random button, but I've got too many things favorited to go back and do it now, especially because I don't think there's anything that will let you like do it in a batch. I think you just have to do it one by one. Crystal Song Forest, make an intro walking through there. Why Crystal Song Forest? Hi Hazel, how many tries in shark bait? Got mine the other day after 269. Oh, my tracked count is somewhere in the 70s, but I've got missing data. I haven't had rarity on for my entire history of farming it, so I don't know. But I guess we can just pretend the past never happened. At least if I'm careful and I keep rarity on, my new farms I might have accurate numbers for, because knowing how many times you tried is like half the fun. If not, well, yeah, half the fun. You can play WoW and BGs at the same time. As far as I know, I'm pretty sure I've done that. You can't play 2 instances of WoW. You cannot be in WoW and then also in Classic WoW, I don't think, without having 2 accounts. I'm pretty sure that I haven't been able to do that. How are you feeling about the fact that you got 3 of the Zappy Pet things? Crazy. We only have 1 left. I should have started with that, actually. I should have started, I mean, now that I'm like this deep into camping Rust Feather, I want to keep camping it and like find it. But I should have tabbed over to, I've got 2 characters that are at the Gale Spirit spot with docile air spirits ready to open. I also have a couple more soul inhalers that I can send to a few more characters to put out there. I'm feeling good about the Gale Spirit, right? But I want to make sure I get the rest of my freehold chances in too. I wanted to check saved instances and I turned it back on, but I'm like really nervous about getting too into any menus because I feel like I will 150% miss Rust Feather. There we go. We've managed to spend some dragon riding talents. That's something. Yeah, Hearthstone Battlegrounds. Hearthstone Battlegrounds. If you ever want to farm a Mechagon mount on stream, you could do BG streams while WoW in the background with a big noise when the rare spawns. That's not a bad idea. Kitty cat only just knows. You want to see her? She's pretty. This is Kira. She's 9. You're going to be 10 this year. You want a big birthday? You want a little birthday? Do you want a kitten? She does not want a kitten. I asked her if she wanted a puppy and she said nothing, and now she's wishing she'd spoken up. Are you growing your hair out under there? I don't have any plans to do that. People, it's been a common question though. I'm surprised by how much that's come up. Hair's looking fantastic today. Why, thank you. Watching last night's VOD while working, and when the Earth one dropped, I was stunned. The first two I almost could have believed, but the third one in a third day, really, that is some luck. Big sister with a giant, enormous little brother. Oh, he's so much puppy. Need that wig, it's cute. Non-expensive one. It was on Canadian Amazon. I'm sure there's analogs in lots of places. Mom brought to my attention. Cat might also be going blind. Yeah, have the vet check it out. There might be something they can do. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a vet, but there might be something they can do if they catch it early enough, especially if it's being caused by another condition that they can treat. So definitely vet. Did see the Insta bread. It was yummy. It had a very soft, delicate crumb. It's kind of like a sandwich bread. The name of the recipe was, I think, like home style white bread. Like it wasn't supposed to be anything complicated or interesting, really. It was supposed to be just like a nice loaf of white bread, and that's exactly what it was. Also, guess who found, I mean, I think I talked about this yesterday, but guess who found the crust setting button on her bread machine? I did talk about this yesterday, and it had a lovely, delicate, not overdone crust. I was panicking over nothing. I just had the crust setting turned all the way up for no reason. So I turned it all the way down, and it's very nice. Yeah, I posted a picture of the bread that I started yesterday morning in my bread maker. I posted the finished product on my Instagram story. Hair so thin, debating on shaving it again. I love me a good buzz cut. Feels good. Did a 250-mile road trip today. Today? 250 miles? That's very far. I'm assuming that's very far. It feels far. Shall we check out everybody's transmogs? What is happening here? There's a sat shell. There's some boots. It's a Zandalari troll. That's what's going on. For a moment, I thought there was a funny chess piece, but there was no chess piece at all. I'm the worst. When I saw somebody on the copper scarab, I had to get onto the gold scarab because I am that person. Regal, golden regal scarab. I just couldn't help myself. Even though I honestly, secretly, I think. Okay, not such a secret because I'm telling you guys. I think the copper one is prettier. I like these colors better. They're warm, the purple and the pink with copper. I've always really liked that general area. This one it's nice, but it's not, and it's, you know, it's expensive, but it's not, I think the other one's nicer looking. 6.5 hours today. That is a long drive. Outlaw Rogue Love. I wish I could tell you that I knew anything at all about it. And I don't. Look, we've rolled. Something happened. Ruthless precision. Yeah, I don't know. Crit. Just charge at him. I have a big plan to Blade Flurry with my G keybind, and then, nothing else. Golden Bug, very Zandalari. Gotta strike, get that clout. Just short of Vancouver to Portland. Oh, man. I think that's like the longest drive I've ever done. No, is it? Yeah, no, well, yeah. It's gross. It's far. I'm not a road trip girly. I never have been. Alright, come on, Rust Feather. I would like you to spawn because I really want to check my Soul Inhaler characters to see if, I want to check my Soul Inhaler characters to see If I got the pet. I'm having fun with collecting streams, and I want to collect more things. Drove from San Francisco to Oklahoma City once. Wife was watching the vlogs of a couple that go trucking together. Interesting. Family and I used to drive from Maine to Florida to visit my grandparents in the winter. It was a long drive. Yeah, people do it. And some people like it, and then some people just tolerate it. I don't know. Not my cup of tea. But then again, I don't, it's not like I'm too good for driving and I fly instead. I just stay home. I just don't go anywhere. Oh, it works for me. I have a lot of cans of canned black beans in my cupboard, and I need to find something new to make with them because I have a lot of them. And if I make the same, I mean, honestly, I haven't made bean burgers in a while, so I could do that again and it would be somewhat fresh, but like, I don't know. I want to make them like really delicious and also like really cooked through. I don't really like it when beans are too fully formed. I kind of like cooking them until they become stew. I could make chili, but I have to make chili with dry beans. Love driving I-5 in Cali. Said no, whatever. What do you do to keep sane when a grind isn't going well? Burning out on some things I'm working on. Take a break. Put it down if it's making you crazy. I usually will put it down, or I will I'll either put it down completely for a while, or for as long as I need to, or I will drop everything else that I'm doing, and I will put all of the resources on that thing to try to burn it out before it burns me out and make it go away. I'll try to, like, brute force the thing to drop by leveraging all of my earthly power and alts and strategies against it in neglect of all other spheres of my life. Yeah. The part that would make me anxious about taking a trip by plane would be driving to the airport. It's not even a difficult drive to the airport. It's a pretty straightforward road. I don't know, I never parked there before. That's the part that would make me nervous. Actually, getting on the plane doesn't bother me all that much anymore because I've done it enough times. You know, like, I'm either gonna die or I'm not, and I'm not very likely to die. So I've kind of just written that off, and then it just becomes like a mildly expensive bus. It's a long-term trip. Ubering to the airport's better than parking. Yeah, but I've done the numbers. It would have to be pretty I've done the long-term parking numbers versus the Uber or the taxi numbers, because Uber, at least last time I checked, wasn't here. I think they might be moving into the island. You're not in the clear unless you're out for. I know you did say long-term trip. I'm just making your point. I don't want to go anywhere for longer than like 2 days. I mean, I don't want to fly anywhere for 2 days, but I don't want to go anywhere for longer than 2 days because Miss Kira needs me. She just needs the company. She can like get by just fine with somebody cat sitting, but she won't eat enough. I guess I didn't try it with the kitten food. Kitten food's kind of the cheat code to get her to eat when she doesn't want to eat. Well, yeah, I don't know. It's hard to justify taking trips when you just want to stay home with your pets. Just want to see the mountain. Trip back was with 5 people. Do you guys like rotate driving, or are you just chauffeuring the whole way? People in life had minivans when they had the DVD player. I used to be so jealous of families that had those. Not that I was taking a whole lot of road trips, but it occurred to me, I feel like I would get motion sick with that, because the only thing I was ever able to do to pass time on a car ride as a kid was listen to music once iPods became a thing. Because I'm one of those people, I cannot read in the car. If I read too many billboards, I'm in trouble. I certainly cannot play games. I feel like movies would be a no-go too. I can do them on the plane as long as there's not too much turbulence. And I can read on the plane as well, but in a vehicle, especially winding roads, ooh, absolutely not. It's gonna make the car very messy. Those little DVD players were so cute though. Yeah, I connect my phone to Bluetooth. Yeah. I don't know where that boat was going. Same guy drove the whole way back after being awake for like 10 hours. Oh, dear. Live van life, live on road with a pet family. One of those things I live for. It's a shame it requires so much money. Need a pretty specific lifestyle. If I can't see where I'm going, I feel sick. Yeah, I think all these different lifestyles are great for the people that are suited to them. I like taking a trip once every... I mean, I guess I've never really taken a trip as an adult for me that I, like, flew for. I've done a couple of, like, day trips that were for me. Like, I don't know, a couple of years ago, I went to the Oregon coast. Like, I drove out to the Oregon coast, which wasn't all that impressive because I was living in, like, Portland. But I drove to the Oregon coast, and I got, like, 1 or 2 nights of a hotel. I don't really remember. I think just 1 night. And like, stayed for a little trip. And that was just, like a vacation that was just for fun. But I've never actually, like, planned something and flown. If I've flown, it's always either been, like, as a kid with family once or twice. And then for, like, BlizzCon or Blizzard events, I've been to Anaheim a couple times. Irvine once or twice here and there. I don't think they do those anymore. There's really no sense in flying all the influencers out so that you can give them a presentation in your auditorium when you could just stream it to them. And everybody's kind of comfier with that. Driving to the coast can be a trip. Coast range can be twisty. There's mountains that you kind of have to go through, at least on the route that I took that one time. And I remember I went in the second time I went in the summer, so it wasn't an issue. But I remember going in the spring one time, and it was like snowing up in the mountains, and I had no idea because it was like warm and sunny in Portland and also on the coast, but like just in the pass that you had to get through to get there, it was like you must be carrying chains, that kind of thing. Spooky. Yeah, I've been to Blizz HQ at least twice for events like that a long time ago. Like I said, they mostly stream them now. Seaside or Tillamook, unless you go south. I definitely did not go south through Salem. I feel like I went near, not like by the cheese factory itself, but like through Tillamook, I think. Spit me out somewhere around the Haystack Rock. That was the general Newport-ish, I think. It was nice. It was cute. I liked it. I like the Big Beach. We have Big Beach here, but you have to go like up to Parksville. And like I said, I don't go very far. Coffee good. Rust Feather. I must have just missed him. Rust Feather, excuse. Where are you? At least there's always other people. Oh, Arachnid Harvester's coming up. At least there's always other people farming with you. No matter how long I put this off, I'm not the last person on Earth to need this mountain. Haystack Cannon Beach are lovely. I like them all. Oh, there he is. There he is. Blade Fairy. Shiv. All right, we've tagged it. We're good. It says I have 8 attempts. I know that's a lie. I've got more than that. But all we need is for it to be the last attempt. Nope. Alright. I will probably need to get this character to Freehold at some point. Let's just log off here for now. There are parts that are no joke. Historically, lots of landslides. Good afternoon. Love the wig. Looks great. Why, thank you. I've got a wig spray that is intended to help maintain synthetic hair, and a stand for it. And I gave it like a little bit of TLC, and it smells really nice now. Okay, we are gonna find out if I got the Gale Spirit. I have two thingies to open, and then if not, we can get more of them. What I should do is figure out how many extra soul inhalers I have, and then maybe split up my soul cages and move a couple more characters out here so we can like really rotate them. But I also want to make sure I'm doing the rest of my freehold attempts for the week. Usually do the hyper compressed ocean. That's a good idea. I'm pretty sure I have that one. Would you sit and wait for a man if you weren't streaming? Only if I have BGs in the other monitor. And I don't have 2 landscape monitors. I have 1 landscape, 1 portrait. Because it's been a long time since I've done something like that. So it wouldn't, you could do it, but it wouldn't work as nicely. You don't mind me spawning in the middle of a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I would need something to multitask. I am not chill enough to just sit and stare and do nothing for like 20 minutes. I would probably like put on YouTube or something. Where is it? There it is. All right. Attempt 13. Nope. We're looking for a Gale Spirit pet, so we need to get ourselves a nice, fresh, new spirit, but then we can check my evoker. I also need to pick up my mail. Oh, here, I'm gonna... Fear. Meow. How did I miss? I swear I shadow crashed. I missed. Alright, we got a new Airy Soul, so that'll be ready in 15 minutes. I'm gonna get myself maybe like a little bit away from all of the angry things. Pop myself up on a ledge here and check my mail. So, I got... Oh, thank you. Okay. How many? 3 more. I'm gonna pay up for those once in my life. 1,500 and 1 copper. Okay, and then I want 10, 10, 10, and then I want to send one to, let's say, Barnacles. Can have a soul inhaler and some soul cages. Valeria can have a soul inhaler and soul cages. And then probably Scary or Allison. Let's do Scary. Well, no, they're both Horde, aren't they? I'm trying to think of who else has the DPS of my characters to actually do it correctly. Because I'm sure they all do, but it's comfier if you're on a more geared character. Scary has current season gear. Let's do Scary. It'll be fun. And then another 10 soul cages. Okay. We're gonna be set. First time being in the South was wild. Don't count Florida because it's mostly just there for Disney World. I feel the same way. I've been to Orlando twice for Disney World, but I wouldn't really count that as having visited the southern states properly. Have you heard of a small coastal town in Oregon called Manzanita? I haven't. It sounds a lot wonderful, though. Proposed to my wife on the beach. Aww. Like to use the jewel crafting matching game to waste time while waiting. How are you gonna get the BMA mounts? Which mounts? Oh, I see what you mean. Like the tiger and stuff. I'm here. Is this one? And then these ones? Because we did those attempts already. Trying to keep my 2 grinds straight here. Yeah, I bought the gold sync mount that was added to the BMA vendor. There was just one, and I got it already. I am one... That's why I'm letting go. I mean, I got 250k over here, but I'm one golden regal scarab richer. Da-da-da! You like? Nope. Okie dokie. Let's get ourselves another one. Easy, first thing. And then I feel like I should maybe set up those other 3 characters with souls to open. Maybe just one more for now. Hazel, would you say it's realistic to understand how to collect profession knowledge points without the add-on? No. No, not really. I only do the weeklies. How many points am I throwing away? About half of them. The drops are really important. You might be getting some of the drops incidentally anyways if you're playing the game. But you might not be, especially if you're not looting treasures anymore, as I know a lot of us are not. It's just a weak aura, and you can turn off all the other parts of the weak aura if you want. But it is. I mean, you don't need it if you want. You could like make a written list and you can check things off, but just the weeklies is definitely missing out on some stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna log into Barnacles. Barnacles has already done his attempt for Sharkbait. I'm gonna take Barnacles to the Unarmed Plains. I'm gonna check saved instances to see which characters still need to run Freehold. The add-on is just weak auras, and there's a weak aura called Tama's Dragonflight Helper that gives you a profession checklist. It also does other stuff, but it can give you a profession checklist, indicating to you what available sources of profession knowledge you still have for that character in a week. Let's go. Isn't there a keybind? There's saved instances. No, that's rarity actually. Add-ons. Saved instances. Only enabled for some characters. Turned on for everybody. Got bored, ran Rise 12 times, seen the mount drop 6 times, none of them were for me. What are these mount drops? I need to be running Rise. I thought it was like a 1% drop just because I've never seen it. I guess I haven't been spamming Rise, but I do it sometimes in keys. Oh man, I never see it. Although, I don't really want to even try until I get Sharkbait, because I feel like Sharkbait's such an easy farm. So, I wanted to go Slaved Instances, /show. So, Inksy needs to do Freehold. Man, this is going to get really long when I do the rest of my characters. I have done 2 of my 3 hunters. So I could do my Troll Hunter. This is so messy. Sharkbait is bait! Yeah, I don't want Sharkbait out of the Quantum Courser. I would take the King's Rest mount, or I would take the Necrotic Wake mount, or I would take Celia's Gear Glider. Celia's Gear Glider. All of those I would be happy with, but Sharkbait's is just such an... I mean, I say it's an easy farm as I grind it and it doesn't drop for me, but like the actual process of farming it is a lot more convenient than the process of farming a lot of these other things. Alright, so we're gonna do that. And I'm just gonna spec into Tiger Dash, because you know what? I don't use Wild Charge. You gotta be honest with the kind of druid that you are. Enjoy this watch streak, loyal Hazel viewer. Thanks, Scarlet. More mounts from Rise. My 50 plus attempts and plus 20 keys for double time from Fall. Had it drop twice for me. Gave one of them away. Kept one in case they had more mounts to it. Only professions in your main character? Well, sort of. Not really. I switched mains is the problem. So my profession character is my old main. I have Alchemy maxed out and Herbalism maxed out. Although I buy my herbs. I have Alchemy maxed out on my old Evoker main. And that's what I log on to if I'm going to do professions. I have Alchemy and then Enchanting on my new Priest main. But it's just so that I can drop the cauldrons that give potions and stuff for raid and have all the recipes learned. And then my enchanting is a travesty. It's like upsetting to everybody involved. People are like, hey Hazel, can you make me one of these enchants? And I'm like, no. What enchants can you make? Khadgar's Disenchanting Rod? No? No takers? I've been trying to advertise by disenchanting my fallen raid members, but I think they're just grumpy that I didn't res them. Do you spam Rise for the Dungeon Weekly for the heroic piece? Oh, I forgot about that weekly. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow or Sunday. Maybe I'll do that then. That's a good idea, though. Flower for you. Oh, thank you. Yeah, there's 2 gear gliders from Tazavesh. One of them is the hard mode one, which is guaranteed if you do the hard mode successfully, and the other one is just a chance drop off of the last boss. That's a huge bottle. It is, isn't it? It's like 40 ounces, something like that. Not 60. I like it. It's made of metal, so it may be dinged up a little bit because I am not always aware of where my limbs are, but it keeps me hydrated. Got both in my first run. Holy. Lucky enough to get the King's Rest map from the Quantum Courser is the one that I wanted most. Okay, so we just have to brute force Sharkbait out of Freehold today. And then tomorrow we spam Rise on a bunch of characters to get the Dungeon Weekly done. And then profit? Question mark? Oh. At least the Gear Glider can drop on Heroic. Yeah, I think that once War Within comes around, there'll be more mount farms available to me. Although I'm pretty comfy. I'm pretty happy with the ones that I have now. I feel like with this level of Dragonflight gear, I'm pretty juicy to do the BFA dungeon ones that I need, and then although when it comes to farming King's Rest, I really might end up doing. Cats just sneezed like 30 times. Bless you. I really might do Rise instead, just because King's Rest is a longer grind unless you want to Lockout Extend, and I don't really want to Lockout Extend. No, I still need the Abyss Worm for Mistress Sassine. We did I feel like I did those attempts this week. Maybe I did them last week. Because I was just running it on LFR and a bunch of characters, because that's super easy to queue up for in Dalaran, and that just kind of sticks you right in there. Chanting is awful. Only way to make any money, craft a lot. I'm excited to try more professions from the get-go in War Within. I feel like it's not, I don't think it is, well, maybe it is too late. I don't know. I don't know if it's too late or not to be starting now. Yes. I know I have 30 seconds to kill it with my unfortunate lack of balanced druid abilities. Or skill, rather. Okay, no, it's dead. We're good. Barnacles is going to have some learning to do, but at least he's got some gear. He's 467, so he's got no style, but he has power. I'll go park him over here-ish. Let's go take another character through Freehold, shall we? Yeah, War Within's going to be new. I'm assuming it's going to be new points. I would be shocked if they built on Dragonflight points. That would be weird. It'll be a whole new thing. So I'm excited that I'd be able to get in on the ground floor for more stuff. Because I feel like I probably still could. I've got enough points in enchanting that if I wanted to finish it, I guess I just don't care that much. Okay, who are we saying? This character. Oh, I see. They're all out in Tierguard Sand, but a lot of them it's not true. It's not true. That one sepulcher, the first one's quest, you need 4 pieces of something for a skip. Not sure what it's for. Probably just to unlock the skip. That's usually what the collect 4 of a thing in a raid quest are for. Oh, okay. So am I... Here, let me check my lockouts. Raid info. Did I do it? No. I am locked out in this character. Okay, I saved instances. Oh, I wonder if I don't have it saved instances turned on in this character. I'm gonna... Or maybe like I installed it after. I must have installed it after. Yeah, because there she is. Okay. It's just Freehold. Inksy still needs to do Freehold. Came back in a whole different tune. Don't even have a prof on her. Kitty, you wanna come sit with me? So which characters do I need Freehold? Because I want to do the Freehold chance. I promised Sharkbait Mount Farming, and I have yet to do it once today. I'm pretty sure we did this one already. I know we haven't done Crinkle. Let's try Crinkle. You know what I would love to be in War Within? Organized. I always dream of it, and then I never actually properly do it at the very beginning of the expansion. Okay, so this character really hasn't done this yet for the day. She also will be able to... Dungeon difficulty mythic. She'll be able to get, I think, plate transmog still from a few of these things. Let me take a look. Yeah, Council of Captains for some bracers. Ring of Booty for 2 pieces of gear. So we can skip Harlan, but then I want to do the second, third, and then 4th bosses because there's still plate transmog that I need for mythic. Organized? Don't know her. It just sounds so satisfying to be all like... When I say organized, I think I mean organized in terms of professions. Just having like a nice little spreadsheet that tells me which characters are going to have which professions, which ones I want to cover, and then just decide right away which ones I want to write off and not worry about. And then the other thing I want to be organized about is my goals, I feel like. Like have some kind of a list of different things that I want to accomplish within a given patch. Maybe color-coded a little bit to indicate order and priority, because I don't usually like to multitask things too much. And then just have, you know, like all of my options laid out in a nice way. So I know that, okay, if I'm ready to move on to the next thing, these are the things that I could do. I can't mount him in combat. Feel like I'm obligated to level a gatherer first due to the 3-day head start. Yeah. As Brazil, thank you for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. I think they're, unless they just turn gathering off, which they might get bullied into doing. Yeah, I don't know. Can have my main profession, my main ignore to do other stuff. I don't know. I feel like I only like being organized when my lists are telling me to do things that I already wanted to do. If my lists tell me to do things that I don't particularly want to do, I just won't do them. That's just the death of the list. I do no damage at all. Also, I am prot. That's probably part of my trouble. I want to make sure I'm not going to get barreled. Uh-oh. I've been barreled. When this happened to me with my paladin, I just broke out of it. I don't know if it has a duration. Oh, it does. It does. Revenge. More revenge. Less ignore pain, more revenge. I'm only spec prot because, well, because I lost my fury weapons. I spec prot and I put on heirlooms to, so that I could, do, like, headless horseman or something on her. And then, of course, I vendored my swords, and I can't be bothered to item recover, you know, like an alt that I don't even play as weapons. So now she's a prot warrior with no weapons and no idea what she's doing. I had a whole spreadsheet for Mechadon. First person to pronounce my name right. Oh, I'm honored. Yeah, it's true. I could put on heirloom swords. I probably have some upgraded. It sounds like me. I could stand to just get into gearing these characters just long enough to get them through early Emerald Dream stuff and set them up. I feel like you get huge power upgrades just for doing those first little bits. Alright. Can I please have these bracers? No. Okay. I actually am going to switch to something else. Fury. Dual two-handed swords and stuff. Because I feel like she was a Fury warrior, so she must have something in her bars. And then appearance heirlooms. What's upgraded? This one's upgraded. There we go. That'll be something. You do it for the Mog? That is true. I do need to update my WoW add-on spreadsheet. Thank you for the reminder. To-do list is in my brain, gets lost in the brain cells. I feel like I keep my to-do list in my brain when I'm trying to sabotage myself because I don't want to do it. Because I know that it's going to get eaten. But then again, sometimes I write things down and then I just go, I don't want to look at this, and I just shove it in a drawer and then move on. Hi, kitty. Kitty, can we twist? This is not very good for our spine. Do you recommend taking time to get heirlooms? Don't have many. It really depends on how much you like leveling alts. If it's not something you do very often, then you really don't need to. They're not going to make leveling that much crazy easier. It's a convenience thing. The main convenience thing is that your rested is going to last you a lot longer in heirlooms with the set bonus. And you don't have to replace them as you level, so they'll scale with you, so you don't have to worry so much about your year falling behind. But it's not like a big deal. And it's quite a lot of gold to get them like collected and upgraded. However, I'm really glad that I got them all collected and a set for each armor type or for each class or whatever upgraded, because it is really convenient whenever I feel like leveling an alt to have the stuff all ready for it. And then I can just put on the Mog and be all fashionable. I like it, but I wouldn't recommend it unless you were planning on... Unless you just like leveling alts and you end up doing it now and then. I don't think I'm... Do I have a indirect button keybound? I do have an interact button keybound. That's the move. Forget trying to click on the pig. You just run by the pig and you spam your interact key. Don't mind me. I need plate, pants, and gloves from this fight. I have mounts numbering somewhere in the 800 range. It says 842 total. I don't think I can ride all 800 on any given character, but... yeah, that's a little bit faster than Prot. Oh man. I should turn... next time I'm doing this in a play character, I need to turn on voice acting. I'm missing out on the best speech in the whole game. Started in Season 2 of Dragonflight. 20 mounts away from the 300 mount achievement. Nice! That's pretty close. They just add a lot of mounts to the game. There's always more. I don't feel like I put like egregious amounts of time or effort into mount collecting, but I have a decent collection just by virtue of still being here after all these years. I just haven't moved on really. Ooh, nice! I got the plate gloves I needed, so now that's shared with 6 other IDs, which is nice. And I only need the pants from that guy now. Alright, let's go do Harlan, and maybe he'll give me shark bait. And maybe he'll give me a helmet. Got my 500 Audic 2 weeks ago. Nice. I haven't looked at my data for Azeroth in a while to find out where my mount collection ranks on my server, but if I'm gonna keep doing these collection streams, I should probably take a look at it. It's a good way to stay motivated. That was usually how I was motivated myself to do keys, was I would go in Raider IO and I would check to see what my ranking was on my realm for people of that spec and class. I would see like what of the holy priests on Lightbringer that do keys, like what number am I? And that's always like a fun metric to compete in, especially if you're on if you're not on like a mega server. Because you don't have to be like an MDI player to make it into like the top 20 or anything, or even the top 10 if you're lucky. Trying to press more cooldowns. They're still on cooldown from the last boss. Here, we'll use our incredibly good Deep Flare Scute trinket. It's 398. It's from last season. It's not incredibly good. No luck with the mount. That's okay. Let's take Crinkle out to the entrance. And then I think it's probably time to check on some of those the elemental thingies. Big collection of dices. Hey, I get 27 gold for each one. It's not nothing. Should vendor some of this stuff. Make sure that I'm not actually vendoring any weapons that would help me. Okay. I'm curious now. I want to look at data for Azeroth. I don't even think I've changed my main on this site yet. Can I log in? View your characters using Battle.net login. Where's Inksy? Set as main character. So, this is my data for Azeroth profile. This is just a website. Anybody can use it and look up their characters if you want to see how your collections rank against all kinds of stuff. I am the 10th best pet score on Lightbringer. I believe pet score takes into account level and rarity as well. I am the 5th best mount collection, and that always drove me nuts because I have more pets than mounts. I have a higher percentage of pets collected than mounts. But Lightbringer, I think, is just a competitive pet collector server. And there's mount collectors here, too. But I have apparently 84% of mounts collected, and that puts me as the 5th best Lightbringer collection. Number 22 for appearances, with only 37% collected because there's massive amounts of appearances in this game. My toy collection is not as impressive at rank 33. Reps are at 120. Achievements and stuff. For actual number of pets collected, like amount of unique pets, I'm the 4th best collection on Lightbringer. I need to get more of my pets upgraded. I think that would bring that number 10 right up. And then you've got like honor level and honor kills and all kinds of stuff. I can see that if I got myself another, it would take 15 more mounts to get up to rank 4. This number says I have 915. Mount collection numbers are really wonky. You're never going to get the same number out of any 2 sources because what it counts and does not count is like super wiggly. Class order hall mounts do count for data for Azeroth, which means that I have a bunch of class order hall mounts I probably should get if I want to compete in that sphere. All right, any luck with the Ursul? Nope. Okay, so let's go get ourselves another one of those. We're looking for a Gale Spirit. It's the last Soul Inhaler pet that I need. And then we'll check my Evoker, and then we'll check Barnacles. And then we can probably move my Valyria out here too. So here we got our new thing for next time. Go park ourselves up in a nice safe ledge. A lot of logout timers in this grind today. Remember the hand mounts from 9.1. Yeah, my pet collection used to be pristine in terms of being upgraded and leveled. I could probably fix it if I just invested my pet charms. Not a bad idea. Alright, so Elixia and then Barnacles. I can't believe we got 3 of the 4 Soul Inhaler pets already, though. It feels nice only having 1 left. It feels much more brute forceable, especially with 4 Soul Inhalers working on it. Attempt 16. Nope, no luck. Get ourselves a nice fresh one of these. And then we've got attempt 17 waiting on my druid. And then we're going to need to pick out another character to do another freehold round in. 850 mounts, rank 86 on Storm Rage. Oh, that must be a big mount collector server. I wonder if there's anywhere that you can browse. I feel like Data for Azeroth could do this. I just don't know if they do. Like servers by average collection score, so you could see like what the hottest, most competitive mount collecting or pet collecting servers are. And then I guess by contrary, what the least ones are, if you wanted to like roll on a server where nobody collects anything so that you can be the, the big fish in the pond. Yeah, Pet Charm, Shadowlands, BFA mission tables. I have one character that still has a Shadowlands table that she visits, but it's about the end of it. It's faster than doing dailies though, for sure. All right, any luck? Nope, that was attempt 17, so we'll get another one. If I can remember where I am. Try not to get kicked. Okay. And now I have 30 seconds to kill it. Here. Convoke. Yeah, Convoke actually helps. Okay, Convoke in Celestial Alignment seems good. There we go. We got a brand new Encaged Soul. And then I'm just gonna park her up on this hill and maybe take my human hunter and get her set up for this too. Little Hamlet, thank you very much for the 11-month resub. Power up. Appreciate it. World rank 62 on mounts. Been slacking my glad mounts. Don't do PvP. That's fair. There must be people that... I mean, I guess you know what they would do is I was going to say there must be people that are like so committed to mount collecting that they've like cultivated world-class PvP skills so they can get glad mounts every season. But then it occurred to me that the cross-section of those people is probably not that big. There might be somebody like that. But what's more likely is somebody would be very committed to mount collecting and they would also make gold or, you know, buy tokens and then pay for carries. Right? That's got to be the thing. Not that there's no overlap, but that's glad it's like a whole different world. Okay, so oh yeah, that's right. I did a raid clear last night. I need to spend. I'm sure I'm like yeah. I've got 1,400 flight stones. I just don't have any Worm's Crest in this character. She's got all kinds of gear that she could upgrade. I haven't been crest farming. We're gonna pick up some mail and then head on over. I might flight path myself over there actually, and then take a short break to get soul inhaling all set up. So let's put this on a bar somewhere. I feel like this character will be pretty easy. She can probably just trap them. Hazel, what's your favorite movie? I don't think I have one off the top of my head. That's a hard thing to pick. Nowhere near to getting big stuff. Got to honor level 5. Congratulations. Doing some PvP. It's been going fine. Slowly working on my fear of it. Very nice. It can be a lot of fun. It can be a lot of fun. I am going to take a short break. I'll be right back. I think Kitty stole my chair. Hi. Oh, I know. I'm so sorry. There you go. What about Lap? Not as warm? She was next to the water bottle. How does data for Azeroth work? Doesn't show anything new after 16th. I don't know how often the data refreshes. There may be some latency there. There may be some lag. I'm sure it might not count some of the more recent ones until later. How are we gonna do this, kitty cat? Yeah, you lay down there. I'll put this under my feet, I think. And I picked up my soul inhaler. Ready to get another one. How goes Sharkbait Farm? I feel like I've kind of shark baited this stream because I've tried for it like what, twice, and I've been largely Gale Spirit farming. But we're just getting the Gale Spirit farm set up. I've got 4 characters now with soul inhalers, or maybe 6 because I had 2 already, and I'm just setting it up so that I have lots of chances at it. Let's see here. So yeah, we wanna... I actually would love to trap that. Use this, bind it to me. Breaks the trap. Good to know. And 1 enraged Gale Spirit for me. Okay, let's go find another character that we can send through Freehold. Here, I'll type it in chat. My undead priest is Allison on Lightbringer. I can also tab over to her while I'm logging over. She's got a undead heritage transmog on. This one. Her weapon doesn't match right now, but the Undead Heritage armor is pretty neat. And then it's got like this tombstone looking back piece with pockets, you know, for her things. Okay, this character is another one that I can set up with a Soul Inhaler, but in the meantime, I'm gonna do Freehold. Freehold with Boy. Pretty Hellraiser. Started in Undead because yours looks so sick. Blue robe looking thing. You should have gotten the different options when you got. It should be in your collection somewhere. There's more than one version of it, and it should have all been rewarded at once, I think. Dungeon difficulty mythic. Here we go. Sometimes the order of things in the Transmog journal has no rhyme or reason. My best strategy, and then like the search bar is not helpful either. My best strategy for finding things is just to tab through literally all of my pages, and sometimes they're just randomly halfway through. Okie dokie. 1 shark bait, please. Although, here, we're gonna kill this guy just to make him out of the way. Search bar breaks so often, frustratingly useless. Every once in a while, it actually works. But for the most part, I don't know. It's not as bad as the toy box search bar. I find it to be just non-functional. I almost never am able to find that one seems like bad. The mount journal and the pet journal search bars work pretty good. They seem like they've really got like they seem able to scan for keywords in different parts of the metadata too, like the description as well as the title. Search by X back button. I'm sure there's some kind of a technical limitation. I do like Boy's Transmog. He's still wearing his fun BlizzCon outfit. Sneak through here. I wonder how many attempts I have left to do. I kind of thought saved instances was going to make it easier for me to figure this out. It does show. It's helpful, but it's not perfect. What's his item level? He's 388. Natalie, thank you very much for the 6-month resub. Whoa! Half a year! Happy half-a-year sub-anniversary. Okay. I'm just going to go behind them. I know I always clear this trash. I don't know why. It's just not in my nature to leave a trash bag standing. What if it drops something cool? I don't know if I have any, like, cooldowns. I have Chaos Bolt. I see. They're also going to do this. Couldn't tell you what half these buttons are doing. How do you get the cute outfit? It was a BlizzCon reward from some amount of BlizzCons ago. My spec is Destro, ostensibly. What I'm doing with it is anybody's guess. We're just trying to make it through the mount farm. Most of my ults I have no ability to play at all. 85 attempts? Man, see, that's the plate helmet that I need to drop for me on a plate character. In War Within pre-patch, this would not be a problem. Oh well. That was another attempt on this. And then surely it hasn't. Has it been 15 minutes since I did my priest? For the Soul Inhaler? It might have been. Seems so hard when tanks run past optional bosses. Alright, saved instances show. We have done Freehold on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I should have 5 more, because I have 17 level 70s. I think I have 17 level 70s. And then I'm going to take Inksy out there at some point. That screen is the add-on called Saved Instances. If you have Saved Instances installed, you can toggle that menu with /si space show. S-H-O-W. Show. Welcome to Hazel Spelling Bee. Aw. Oh, Kitty's asleep. Or at least she's getting real comfy. Shall we do another one? Oh, Night Flame. Night Flame could do it. It's gonna be so annoying for her to get all the way back out there. It's not that annoying. Remember when there was a purge to get rid of so many? Yeah. Yeah, they've recovered. I had a feeling they might. Why are dungeons and raids designed with so much stuff you can sneak past? I think some people might enjoy the gameplay of having different routes, especially within Mythic Plus where you have to get a set amount of trash. Some people might enjoy having different routes on different weeks depending on what mobs interact with different affixes for a little bit of variety. Sometimes it can be fun to be like, oh man, we've got like a rogue or everybody brought their invis potions. We can do this skip and this will be like, you know, it'll be a thing. Just like an extra place in which to game. Alright, we're heading straight to Harlan. Constantly going through phases of purge and recreate. Drops your spec can't use, can you save them? Maybe, but I doubt it. I'm not banking on it, I'm just vendoring everything. I'm gonna farm all that stuff fresh, basically.
Watch your
when War Within comes out.
Watch your feet.
That's one of the reasons why I'm really hesitant to raid farm for any mounts, is because I don't want to, I don't really want to raid farm until that thing has been put into place. Do you find it hard to keep so many alts up to max level? When expansions roll over, definitely. Getting a lot of alts that are at the old X-Spec level up to the new X-Spec level is one of my least favorite things about alt leveling. And sometimes I end up just kind of abandoning them until I just delete them. And then I make new characters in a new expansion level those up to max. But in Dragonflight it wasn't too bad because there was overlap between time walking and a couple of different rep or experience buffs. I got most of my 70s level during the Diablo promo, the Winds of Sanctuary buff, and then time walking. And I did, because it was, you could get a character 60 to 70 in like a couple hours without a whole lot of drama. Okay. I'm a demon hunter. Look at me go. I've unlocked the Dream Wardens. How?
Phase 3.
Just pressing all the buttons. Yeah. What does that one do? Oh, it's a purge. Any luck? Nope. Not that time. Also, no luck on the leather head or shoulders that I needed either. Yeah, there's a trash quota in Mythic Plus. It's trash percentage, and you have to get it to 100%, otherwise the key won't finish. If you finish the last boss and you don't have enough trash, then typically you'll either teleport back to the beginning or just like backtrack and look for more trash to kill. Buzzing for the follower dungeon so I can learn tanking at my own pace. Will they transfer over to the War Within dungeons? I am assuming so. I would imagine that they would do that. Trying to farm the skip for my ult in Antorus because of ENR sharing one skip per week on my main. No fun. Yeah, I applaud your diligence. It's a good idea. I've just decided to give up on that one for now. Okay, let's check on all of our lovely air spirits and see if any of them want to give me my last soul inhaler pet. I would be very surprised to see the follower dungeons in Mythic Plus. I think that Heroic and Mythic 0 would maybe make sense. I would be shocked to see them in a timed mode though. All right. That's right. Attempt number 18. Nope. Let's get another one. Not that time. No matter what's happened, though, I have yet to miss the 30-second timer. It's a long time to kill a mob. Cool if you could use your ults for the AI characters in dungeons. Yeah, I would like that a lot. People were saying Final Fantasy has a system like that, something like that. I didn't play. I played some Final Fantasy, but I didn't play enough to get to that point. Or maybe I played before they added it or something. Okay. Sounds cool. I figured out the undead T-Mog issue. You're wearing pants that are not T-Mogged that look very good with the heritage armor. Oh, okay. I will find out what that is. That sounds like something I would do and then forget about. Here, I'll go check it. I have an idea, but I'm just going to find out the name of it. Wonder how much damage the NPC will do. I wonder how much fire the NPC is going to stand in. I haven't tried them on PTR. So these are they transmogged at all? They're not. Oh, it's Aberrus Priest tier. Is that what that is? It's Aberrus Priest tier, I think. Let me see. That's such a bummer. There would probably be a lookalike appearance that would be available for any Clothy. It is Aberrus Priest tier. It's the LFR color, maybe? No. Is it the mythic color? Yeah! I'm so sorry! It is the mythic color appearance of Aberrus Priest tier. That's what that bottom piece is. And then the belt is like overlaid with it. I need them for my mage. I am so sad. There is probably a way to get that color, but it would be from farming Mythic Aberrus, which is probably not doable for a while solo. Yeah, that is like a super sick preset. Alright, well, mystery solved. Sorry about that. I was assuming it was part of the heritage armor. Add-on set numbers. Add-on set numbers. Oh, like the... I think Can I Mog It does that. That's a... or Tier Guard sound. That's just outside of Freehold. I lost track of where I was. I had just done Inksy. So I need to check Zelixia for Gale Spirit. That's right. Gather you got it from catalyzing? Probably. Priest is also undead. Still rocking the Kyrian set right now. Yeah, I played Allison last season for a hot minute as Shadow. I like set up a separate Shadow Priest. All right, 1 Docile Airy Soul, attempt number 19. Nope. Looking for Gale Spirit. Let's get another one. Also, let's not ride a snail off a cliff, shall we? Okay. This character is so easy to do this on because of Beacon. No, don't kick me, don't kick me, don't kick me. No! It almost never happens, but it has happened a few times. I don't know what I would do to prevent that. I guess I could cast Sleepwalk. We'll just wait 30 seconds and then do it again. It's just bad luck. Love my Shadow Priest. He is a beast. If you have seen they tested, added on to that AI in some pretty great ways. If you're a healer, you can get the tank to stop and ask if you need mana. Oh, that's cool. That's really fun. All right. Did we get it? We did get it. Okay. We just need that debuff on it. And then we're going to check Barnacles. And then we're going to check Valeria. Also, I'm going to switch those keybinds. Stop for mana? Don't understand. Did I see the other day leveling a monk? How do you like it? I did it for a few minutes to work on some trading post bar credit. I haven't touched it since. So most of what I was doing was running around Elwyn Forest, one-shotting things with Blackout Kick, which was pretty fun. Especially when it was in Mistweaver spec. Touch of Death was good, but I would be lying if I said I played like a whole lot of it. I definitely didn't make it very far. Hi, Hazel. Your hair sure has grown out quickly. It's crazy. This one. Right? Yeah. Yeah. Any luck? Nothing. Nope. I'm feeling good about this brute forcing strategy though. I'm excited about this. I think it's going well. I need one more Colossus. Yeah, okay. Don't kick me. Don't kick me. Don't you dare. Don't do it. Oh, that's why you need to pull it from more range. Well, we can just kind of bide our time for 30 seconds, I think. I could even warm it up a little bit. You just don't want to kill it. Wow, my dots are more powerful than I thought they were. I guess dots plus procs. Don't kick me. Don't you do it. Okay. This is going great. And then my hunter should have another one. Why are there 6 different Moonkin binds? To make extra sure that I don't forget to get into Moonkin form if I'm running around in man form. Before I had those all as like regular, just like balance spell binds, and I was forgetting to get into Moonkin form. It's that Canadian water, makes your hair grow fast. I'm farming for a battle pet from these mobs with this soul inhaler item, and I'm also farming freehold a little bit too. I'm gonna take another character right there if I can find one. Do I have 7? Maybe I miscounted. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. No, I do have 17. I know Ripsy and Inksy need to do it still. I'm gonna have to check saved instances. I feel like I'm missing some characters that need freehold runs. Yeah, I love having the ruffle on it because it makes the loading screen so funny. All right. Any luck? Attempt number 21? Nope. I'm gonna find a Colossus. The next character to set up with this grind is Scary, and I'm a little worried about her. I did play her this season, and she's a tank, so she should be pretty safe. But I never really figured out how to do damage on her. I was too busy worrying about tanking. Are we gonna make it? No! Oh. Also, apparently I'm not spec'd into kick. I think I'm still in my raid spec. At least this character does damage. This is my hunter. Pets, if you guys could all stop. We gotta wait for 24 seconds. Oh, I should just have my pets pull it so it kicks them. I've remembered something. Oh dear. Oh. Oh man, I messed up. Oh no, hang on, it worked. Oh, that was weird. I like hit the keybind and started channeling on it. And then it died from like something and it counted. Okay, that'll do, but this is a mess. I need to get into my key spec so I at least have a kick. Rate single target. All right, that's one way to do it. Okay, let's go log on to... Should we try Scary? Let's set Scary up for this. I have a feeling I'm going to need all these. Inxie's Elixir, Phaleria, Barnacles, Scary. That's 5. I think that's right. I think I have 5 and not 6. 5 should be enough to rotate, I think. I think it would take 15 minutes to get through all of them. Have you played SOD? I played a little bit. There was some talk about my friends needing a tank. But I don't think I'm gonna do it. I just... if they needed anything else, I feel like that would have been enough for me to be like, yeah, okay, I'll level, but a tank? I don't think my odds of playing in Phase 2 are very high if I don't play the rest of Phase 1. I think I'm pretty happy just collecting stuff in retail. So yeah, I'll do Scary. Inksy needs to go do her freehold run, and so does... I basically just need to check saved instances and see if I have 15 freeholds done. Because if I don't, I need to figure out who else is missing. Shaman tank? We're Alliance. They're Alliance. It would be either a Warlock or like a Warrior. Because the rest of them are... I mean, I guess I could be a Guardian Druid, but yeah. Slash... Seisai show. So, how many do I have done? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's 3 characters that are not on this list. That are not Ripsy and Inksy. Who is there, but not there. There's 3 of my alts. There's all my 3 hunters. There's 2... Oh, Hazeline the Priest is one of them. Okay, Hazeline the Priest is one of them. I'll have to do that on her. Or in the meantime, I'm going to go back home. Amount of things you have tracked a bit anxiety inducing. I know, I want to go through the settings and kill off like most of that. The only thing I really wanted to show me right now is freehold. There's an awful lot of data there that is not helping. So if I check my mail, I should have 10 cages and a soul inhaler, which I can slap onto some keybind or another. I'm gonna stay in Blood DK spec because that's the only one I've ever figured out how to do anything with. Saved Instances is the name of the add-on. What do you think of the hardcore retail server speculation? I think it's a bit unlikely, but I've been surprised before. But that would be weird. Excited for the Fated season? Get the tokens and just buy the Monk loot I want from the raids. See you later, kitty cat. So if you're a Blood DK and you're trying to single target burst one enemy, what do you do? It's asking me a bit much when I don't really want to change my spec. I use my ancestral call, Rachel. Wonder if there will be another Fated mount. I feel like there has to be, right? I mean, there doesn't have to be, but I'm hoping and thinking that there would be. I would be excited. I would be excited. I like this transmog too. I feel like the Necrolord wings go really nicely on this set. Shadowlands had some amazing cosmetics. I need to go back and get the rest of them at some point. If I'm ever going to make my transmog collection anything to be worth batting an eye at. Hope your armor's set. Good day. Good day to you. Doesn't take very long to get here, at least, because it's largely downhill. Okay. And as far as interrupting it, or like CCing it, I think I'm kind of out of luck. I think we just need to hope that we don't get kicked here. And then I'm going to Death and Decay. Oh yeah, Rune Weapon. And then a lot of Death Strike, I think. Rune Weapon and Empower Rune Weapon. And then a lot of Heart Strike and Death Strike. Death Strike does a lot of damage. Yeah, that's fine. That'll work. There we go. We've got one Encaged Dairy Soul over here. I want a peanut butter cat to match the jelly cat. Oh, that would actually be really cute. Some of the Shadowlands Mogs are awful farms. There's a unique tinted dagger from one of the Tormentors of Torghast. Oh, holy moly! That doesn't sound very good. Okay, this. Get rid of these things. Oh yeah, I have 2 Seed Bloom, of all things. I could buy a couple pieces of transmog. Oh yeah, because I did a couple weeks of weeklies in this character when I first got her set up. That's right. Strive to have bags as clean as yours. This reality can be yours too if you embrace deleting things and or vendoring them, occasionally chucking them on the auction house. It's just, they're alts. My mains bags are not nearly as clean because you end up carrying around more stuff that you actually like need. Okay. So I decided that this character needs to do Freehold. Who else was missing from that list? Maybe Petal Bloom. We'll start with the priest. Addy bags or Bagnum more useful? It's a good question for chat. I don't use either of them in retail. Okay. And I'm just going to double check and make sure that I haven't run Freehold, because I feel like I did. I did run Freehold. I think saved instances just wasn't picking it up. Still looking for 2 more. Petal Bloom is indeed missing from this list. Let's log on to her and see if she did it. Yeah. Yeah, Petal Bloom not on it. At some point I'm gonna have to go into saved instances and clean up those settings. That's a big window. That is an add-on called Saved Instances. Default settings to show only when locked. You could set it to always show Freehold. There's the smart answer. I think Cavalieri is missing from it too. I reinstalled the add-on halfway through my grind though, so I think some of the characters I just have to log into to refresh the data is what's going on. But yeah, that's a good idea. I should check that. /SI show. Because yeah, Petal Bloom has done it as well. Can I have her alt to show all data? Ah! Oh man, I would need a monocle to look through that. Good grief. Okay, let's make that go away. Can we see /SI settings maybe? Is there must be a GUI for this. Add-ons? Saved instances, yeah, okay. There we go. So I don't need the minimap button. Oh my, okay. Okay. I can always turn these things back on if I ever need to do them. The only currency I would ever want is Time Warp badges on these characters. I'm not fussed about the rest of them. I think I have a different add-on for tracking Time Warp badges as well. Is this a list for ants? Okay, alright. Let's try that. So we have fewer things. I think I could still probably turn off weeklies, because I don't care about, I don't need to see their patterns within patterns, but yeah. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. 2 more. We gotta find 2 more, but I think we're just logging into them. I think that I did them. They're just not being tracked yet. I've tried WoW thing before. I found it overwhelming and I got rid of it. I know people like it though. What's up, Empress Tiramisu? How are you doing today? So I wanted to check on this druid to see if she's on the list. Aramina, thank you very much for the 9-month resub a couple minutes ago. Appreciate it. Okay. $15. Okay, so I do Inksy, I do Ripsy, and then we're done with freehold attempts. And then we're just not going to worry about the rest of this. I really would like to turn off the weekly tracking. Because I would... here. /SI. Oh no, we don't do it through chat commands. We do it through options, add-ons, saved instances, characters. Indicators. Ha ha ha. We turn all this off. This is gonna make me feel better. I mean, I can see how it would be useful to see which of your characters have done Super Bloom if you were going to do it. The only thing I would like to maybe leave is the feast, just in case I ever decide to do that. In case I ever decide to do the farming for the flavor pockets. That's much nicer. And it's more compressed now. Nice. So it's basically just showing me freehold, and then I guess Amir Drasil. It's not like I'm going to do Amir Drasil very much. I don't have any plans to grow out my hair right now. I'm just wearing a wig for fun. Alright, so if I think I've probably wasted enough time that I can open up some more air spirits, but then after that it's time to take my rogue away from Rustfeather and then out to do 1 freehold attempt. And then after that, maybe my priest. Looks nice. Thank you very much. I'm excited to get a couple of different wig options and then mix them up over time. Opened up an email, saw spam email, but discount on tax filing. So it begins. We are seeing... Oh yeah, I can open this. Attempt number 22. Not that thing. Get another one. Letting my hair grow while I have it. Get bald automatically when I'm old. That's absolutely fair. One day I'm going to accidentally open this hole while it's still airy, and I'm going to be quite upset with myself. It only has a chance to drop the pet once it becomes docile. I think if you open it now, you get the awakened essence instead. So you can also use this as a way to farm awakens, but like The soul cage that it uses is like worth 100 gold from jewel crafters, so it doesn't really math out. Oh, let's just do freehold on this character while I'm thinking about it. Let's just go. We're going, because we can always bring her back out here. We'll just go Veldraken to Borealis and then fly. But we're committed now. We're doing 17 freehold runs a week until it drops them out. Although, what if I do my 17 runs this week, I don't get them out, and then I'm like, well, I need to do the weekly... I need to do the Mythic Dungeon weekly quest. And I do Rise on, like, all of my characters that could use that, which would be at least 3... No, 2, 3... I can do it on a bunch of them. And then we get a Quantum Courser. Do we hold on to the Quantum Courser until after Sharkbait drops, or do we use it and we just hope that it gives me... It's a 1 in 4 chance for that to give me Sharkbait if I do get a Quantum Courser. I don't know. Later me problems. Why does this vendor thrift goods? Why does he sell gray shoes? Why do they auction for 36k? Hang on a moment. Turn around. Turn the boat around. I'm trying to plot a waypoint. Alt right click to plot a waypoint. Oh, is he in the zone, in the world, and not in the city? Not that. No, he's right there. Oh, he's got a little icon of his face. That's cute. There he is. Hang on a second. I'm going thrifting. There's frayed shoes that I need. Why 1 in 4? Because there are 4 mounts remaining on the list of mounts that the Quantum Courser has been proven to drop that I do not yet own. It's the Tazavesh Gear Glider, the Necrotic Wake mount, King's Rest mount, and then Sharkbait. Ooh ha ha. So we're looking for Arwen Blakemore. He is in the wall. Or something. Oh, he's on the other side of the wall. Hello. I apparently don't have this particular appearance. Or all of these things are only learned from another item. That's funny. He sells cloth and leather gear that's like gray and white. And I never thought twice about it, but now that it's moggable, that's funny. Okay, so we're gonna put this on. I'm gonna make a little care package to mail of the leather stuff to a leather-wearing character. And then these things I'm just learning for the item ID, because I'm sure the appearance is like shared with stuff. It's that appearance. I've definitely learned that before. But, you know, who am I to turn down a good brand new item ID? I never knew about this guy. Is there a nice mailbox around here somewhere? Ah, we're not that far from the Trade Winds District. Don't use it. Got the Krog from Underrot, was so underwhelmed. Drops a lot more. I just have the rest of them already. I already own the rest of those mounts. I have the Stratholm one. Send mail to, let's do Ripsy, because I'm going to log on to her next. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Don't have enough tendies for the month's trading post wants. They made it really expensive. I wonder if they were accounting on people getting the 500 bonus. Krog, right? Yeah. Yeah, I actually really like that mount. I was really I have that mount already, but I was really excited to get it. I wanted it for ages, and I finally got it when Underrot came into the Mythic Plus season recently. This month from the trading post, I got the gloves and the robe, and then the copper version of this mount, and then the pet. I'm kind of on the fence about the gloves. I'm thinking, well, I guess it's too late to refund them now. I can't refund them now. You've got a refund window, but it's not forever. It's not a whole month. It cannot drop anything you already have. If you already have all the mounts, the item will just poof and not give you anything when you use it. It is cute somehow. I think that anything I have is cute just because it's mine. WoW can give me like a big stinky dung beetle and I'll be like, that's my big stinky dung beetle. I shall call him Frankworth. It's just how it works. But yeah, I've never ever seen a Quantum Courser drop. I've gotten Quantum appearances before, and those have a habit of letting me down by giving me appearances that I already have, but just under a different item ID. Like once or twice it's given me like an actual new appearance, but not very often. Alright. Shark bait! Ooh-ha! Good luck. Thank you. This is my second to last attempt for the week. My last one will be on my rogue.
Watch your step. Watch your feet.
I thought I had this Pterodax. I think I froze the Pterodax mount from the trading post, but I don't know if I'm gonna get it. I feel like, on one hand, it's a mount, which would mean +1 to the mount collection, which is always a good idea. But on the other hand, I don't know. I feel like I mean, I know I had a Scarab already, but it just didn't change my life. It didn't inspire me. We've got Pterodaxes already. Bought the bug and the dino mount. I think it would be different if I was like a Zandalar troll main and I was a Pterodax aficionado. Collector of fine and unusual Pterodaxes.
Phase 2.
Any luck? Nope. I need those leather shoulders to drop on a different character. Oh well. Let's take her back to Veldraken. Oh, she can't actually. She's got a 2-minute cooldown on her Hearthstone. I did this too fast. Clean up my bags for a minute. Anyone else's dishwasher have a sanitize button? Maybe if I had one. It sounds like it would just make the water like really hot. Just use direct hot water and just blast it with heat. I can't think of how else it would do it. Yeah, you have to contribute to a Dream Seed to loot the chest. Is my understanding. Anything else I can get rid of? Clean up the bags. Sitting on that for the rest of my life. Got 6 minutes until we can open the Airy Soul. Yeah. One day, I'm gonna have a dishwasher. I feel like what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put money away into the dishwasher reserve fund so that if whatever dishwasher I end up with eventually has some kind of a critical error, that when I do, if and when I do eventually replace this hypothetical future dishwasher, I get like, I don't know, some kind of industrial model. I don't need bells and whistles, but I want strength, honor, durability. I feel the same way about laundry machines. I don't need it to like you know, add detergent to my shopping list on my phone, but I want it to work and work good. None of this easily off-balance ka-clunk, 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 ka-clunk. I like front-loading washers, but some of them are a bit temperamental. A horrid dishwasher. I have never had a countertop dishwasher. And neither has anybody else that I know, but somehow the topic still comes up around here about once a month. Just get a pressure washer. New fridges with interior cameras. You can sync with your phone, take an inventory of your fridge at the store. Pretty cool. Thought you had one called a partner. Yeah, dishwashers are usually more efficient with water use than hand washing, unless you're like really good. It's usually, if you can do a full dishwasher load fairly often, that's usually more efficient. What are we doing? We are, I mean, I suppose I can take this character back out. I've got one more freehold attempt, but I want to make sure I'm like opening these Ares souls as they happen. So I think by the time I've like flown myself back out to the Gale Spirit farming spot, we should be ready to open another batch of them. Apartment came with an old janky countertop dishwasher. New smart washer and dryer. Cannot wash a blanket without drenching it to the point we have to dry it outside. Yeah, it's no fun. I love a good appliance, but I need it to be a good appliance. It's frustrating when they don't work well, especially when it's one of those things that you're kind of stuck with. Got 15k gold from the Dreamborn's Paragon. That happened to me once, too. My friends couldn't believe it. It was incredible. Have the apartment size on wheels with a faucet attachment. Perfect for 2 days of dishes. Want to get new countertops, cabinets in the kitchen. It sounds like a big project, but like a really gratifying one if you've got the funds and the patience for it. No idea what material for the countertops. Sounds like you need a research hole. You can lay out what the different options are and the pros and cons. You got to decide to yourself. Are you looking for durability? Are you looking for, you know, you got to pick a budget and pick which things are most important to you. I feel like durability should always be the #1 thing in a kitchen because it's a kitchen, but I cook like a mad scientist. Things just happen around me. We are 88 seconds. Yeah, I can wait for 88 seconds. I can be patient. I like daydreaming about what kind of place I might buy one day to the point that it's like a problem. It's maladaptive daydreaming. Just get a bunch of plastic cutting boards, glue them together. See, I don't think that's very efficient because the plastic cutting boards are going to get grooves in them from wear and tear and damage. And because they're glued together and presumably glued down to the countertop, that would make them very difficult to properly sanitize. Are you worried about scratches? Are you worried about cracking? Are you worried about the weight? Yeah, I don't know. I also have not done the countertop material rabbit hole, but it's on my list of things to do one day if I'm ever in a position where I'm trying to pick out counter materials. I feel like I'm just going to take whatever I get and then live with it until I can't possibly anymore. Cabinets too. I feel really excited about the possibility of one day picking out cabinet hardware, like paint colors, sure, or like, you know, cabinet material, sure, but like choosing the knobs, that sounds very fun. Hello, Hazel. Hello. During the 60s, people would have loved groovy cutting boards. Like to think the stuff I have is the original from when this place was built in 1980. Alrighty. Yeah, the day that I'm picking out like a faucet for like a bathroom is gonna be just a good day. Alright, any luck? Nothing. Nope, 23 attempts. Let's get ourselves another one of these guys. Replaced all the handles on our cabinets. What a coincidence. And then light fixtures. Although, I want the most like... I like the natural material light fixtures that are really trendy. The sort of like the woven like grass or rattan, you know, like the big IKEA looking ones. I know they're like cheap and everywhere, but sue me, I like them. I think they're cute. I like a lot of different natural textures in interior design. I think it's nice. Oh, reminds me of being outside. Don't sue me. I'm mortified of litigation. Thinking of getting the LED baseboard lights for mood. Dunno. It's your kitchen. You gotta do what makes you happy. Alrighty. Brand new airy soul for next time. And it's time to check on all the rest of the ones that we got. Can you loot the gigantic seed from the world boss? More than one character a week. Gigantic seed, like the purple one? I would assume so. I used to have fantasies about one day having a freestanding bathtub because they look so pretty in pictures. But I've kind of come around and I kind of really like the built-in shower bath combo that this apartment has. And they're, you know, like they're standard. They've been around forever, but like it's really nice to be, it's just easy to clean. I can just get in there with like a big scrub brush and some Scrub and Bubbles cleaner or whatever, and I can just like go to town and make that thing pristine in a way that I feel like would be more awkward to do with a freestanding tub. It just gets the job done. Okay, we're gonna order these 2, 3, 4, 5, because yeah, we can always shuffle things around. Freestanding bathtubs look cool, but they're a pain. I don't hate the look of that, no. High praise from me. Make it more awkward. You gain an outside of the tub on extra sides, as well as an underneath that could collect condensation and therefore moisture and therefore need to be cleaned regularly. Whereas with a built-in, the way that my bathroom's set up right now, it's like, it joined to the wall on 3 of 4 sides, which eliminates a lot of that extra space. Yeah, it's just more awkward. What are we doing? We are opening this to see if we got a pet. I want a bathtub so badly. I'm so happy that I have one in this place. It's nice. It also turned out to be really handy. Oh no, I need to get another thing. That's right. We need to get another one. Turns out puppy dogs occasionally need bath. Nice to be able to do in a bathtub, because I don't have we've got like a balcony with no hose or anything like that. Also, I feel like using a hose in the balcony would be frowned upon because there's like people downstairs. So yeah, being able to pop the puppy dog into the tub or hoist him, as is more the case lately, is nice. He smells so good when he's clean. What have I done? I'm looking for a Colossus. The freestanding bathtub comes after a multitude of butlers and cleaning personnel. I think hell might freeze over before I end up with a... I don't think... Do people still call, like, somebody doing that job a butler? Or I suppose depending on where you live. Oh! We did it! It worked! I need to kill him. I thought that got interrupted, but it did not. There we go. Alright, one brand new airy soul. I'm also getting lots of rousing air to sell. Well, not lots, but some. Some amount of it. I've got a couple of bonus awakened airs around here. It's worth 27 gold apiece. Bought a house with one of those handicap / elderly tubs. We love it, like a personal hot tub. Sounds pretty nice. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to get to be wildly picky about what kind of fixtures my next place comes with. I'm going to be lucky if I can get anything at all. It's just the real estate market is just messed up. And it's unlikely to go back to the way it was. Or this character, that's right. But anything will be home. And home's good. Not sure where you are here in Canada. I live in Victoria, BC. I moved back here a couple of years ago because all my family lives here. And because all my family lives here, I do not want to leave the island, which I'm sure you can understand puts me in a bit of a predicament. All right, any luck with this pet? Maybe next time. Let's get another one. Went there for my sister's wedding a few years ago. It was gorgeous. It's a beautiful place to live. I love it to death here, which is good because that takes a little bit of the sting out of how much you have to pay to buy a liter of milk. What are we doing? We're looking for another one of these nice things. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to soul inhaler from like max range. Actually, I'm also going to do that. See if that helps. Please. Yeah, all right, we're good. That'll do. More times we do this, the more we get the hang of it. What is it you are collecting? I am trying to get the Gale Spirit battle pet out of using the soul inhaler engineering item on these elementals out in the Unarn Plains. Gale Spirit looks like this. I have the other three. We managed to get the other three within just a couple of days of farming. Like, short days, stream days of farming these other things. Wifey and I are not far from me up here in Metro Vancouver. Love it here. I hear you guys are going to get some snow soon. What if your sister decides to leave the island? It would be weird. I don't think it would be... If my mother and my sister moved in opposite directions, that would be a weird and difficult choice for me to make. I don't know if I would move to follow either of them, but it would surprise me a lot because all of my family have lived here their whole lives. They have careers here. My sister has a child now. He's got a life here. Not everybody lives like me where they can just kind of pick up and go to wherever they want. Lots of people have like, you know, history and roots in communities and stuff like that. It would be very strange for them to move now. Thank you for the reminder to get the Undead Heritage Armor. You do not need to be an engineer to use the Zap Throttle stuff. You can just buy it on the auction house. None of my characters that I'm doing this on are engineers. But it's a good grind to have put off because it is way easier to do now that you no longer need to kill the mob while you're channeling the thing. If you full channel it, you can just kill it within 30 seconds after that, and it's much nicer. Okay, attempt number 26. Nope, let's get another one. I have 5 characters with these now that I'm doing to rotate it. You could do it with just one, but there's a 15-minute cooldown, or there's a 15-minute time period before you can open the thing for a chance at the pet. So having 5 characters just lets me rotate it so I can get 5 chances every 15 minutes instead of 1. So here we go. I've made a mistake. Oh! I pressed a button that's not my soul inhaler button. That's what happened. That's my mistake. Remembered it. Alright, well that'll work too. I pressed Call of the Wild because I've been using that keybind for soul inhaler, but it does something different in the center. I have one more shark bait attempt for the day. I'm gonna do one more Gale Spirit chance and then I'll log on to Ripsy and go take her to Freehold for another shark bait try. I just wish I could afford a place that had, like, a yard. I don't think I can. Not unless I move, like, 5 hours up island to places that don't have very good internet. And that would be a questionable choice just because I'm a streamer. Yeah, Sharkbait's the parrot. Want to see snow come to Newfoundland? I would love to visit Newfoundland. I've never been to the East Coast of Canada. This next patch will not remove the ahead of the curve mount because it's not ending the season. It would be the one after that. Okay. And you look. Nope. Let's try again. That's so annoying. You just gotta do it from max range. I guess I can press tanking buttons so that I'm not taking very much damage. Wait at my cooldown here. Gary does more damage than I thought she was going to. I really thought this was going to be like a struggle to kill the mob in time when time came, but even in Blood without a whole lot of idea about how to play Blood, it's going decently. Don't kick me. Don't kick me. Don't do it. Thank you. Alright, let's take Ripsy out to freehold. How many attempts are you on for Sharkbait? Somewhere in 70 or 80 tracked attempts, but I only recently turned Rarity back on. How much more saving up would a garden involve? A couple $100,000 of down payment. The mortgage load is also a real concern. You don't want to sign yourself up for a mortgage that you can't keep up with, and they won't let you sign yourself up for a mortgage that you can't keep up with, especially, and it's a bit tricky when you've got variable income. Yeah. The math gets complicated if you're trying to come up with a timeline, because in all of that time that you're continuing to rent and save rather than pay a mortgage, you're failing to build equity. And then also you're letting the real estate market kind of continue to lift off into the sky without you. And there's also interest rates. It all gets a little too much for me, if we're being honest. I have people that advise me because I don't know. So I talk to the smart people at the bank that do know. What am I doing? Ripsy's going to Sharkbait. That's what we're doing. Trinket's also OP. Alright, well, she's already out here. Still probably doesn't make any sense to, I think I still go back. We'll do, like, Voldraken to Stormwind to Borealis and then fly. Always go to a park, claim a plot of land as your own. Opinion on professions? Did they hit or miss for the expansion? I loved them. However, I didn't engage very much with work orders for gear crafting beyond just getting, like, I mostly have a friend that has a lot of professions that I have craft all my stuff. I didn't really engage with the public market for that. So I think I've managed to kind of sneak by a lot of the more annoying elements of it. I made my gold in Dragonflight with alchemy crafting, and all of that I just use the auction house for. Okie dokie. We're going for Alice. Still cute. Thank you. Got our mortgage here after months of back and forth between me, the bank, lawyers. It was an ordeal. Freehold was in the Mythic Plus rotation. Was it an 11? 2 of them popped out of the chest. Whoa. What do you sell? Whatever's profitable. I have a video that went into my method and to how I identified what was profitable on a given day. There was a lot of tepid versatility. There was a lot of organic free-range elemental potions of power, where I was making the Convergent and also the Draconis for it. But it varies a lot depending on the market. We're not going to Veldraken, we're going to Borealis. That's right. For those days we need a hair flip. Hope interest rates go back down this year. It's possible that there's going to be kind of a window where housing prices and interest rates both dip like a tiny bit this upcoming summer, was what I was hearing. And I'm hoping that's true. And then I'm also hoping that I'm in good enough shape to jump on that. I might not be. I might have to wait another year no matter what. Because I was kind of a little bit, and to some extent still am, a little bit some mental health struggles this last year, and I've been doing fine, but I definitely didn't take on any extra work opportunities, which means that I didn't make as much money as I could have had I done a lot more stuff, which will impact what I'm eligible for in terms of a mortgage. Do crafting orders for all professions. It can be annoying, but mostly it's fine. Don't like the crafting system. I'm excited to see how they iterate on it going into War Within, because it seems like they like the bones of it, and I'm curious to see what they touch up. Glad to hear you're doing well. Honestly, I'm not, but I will be eventually. I'm taking steps to work on it at least. Yeah, Raid Shadow Legends any day now. What even is Raid Shadow Legends? What do you do in that game? I feel like people just advertise it. Yeah, it's a tough zone to get housing in for sure. I feel like there's no sense in feeling bad about yourself for not being able to afford something in this housing market. It's not me that's crazy in that case. It's the market that's wild. No one cares. Do Manscaped instead. I remember I fielded an offer from them in like 2016. It was funny. I didn't take it, but I probably should have. It would have been funny. It might have added more fuel to the people that think that I'm a man, but people are going to think that no matter what you do. What are we doing? We're looking to do Mythic. Dungeon difficulty Mythic. May as well make some ad money. Worse house market than in BC? Maybe Toronto? I don't really know. Toronto or no, Vancouver is BC. I don't know. 33, bought my first town home at a 6.3 interest rate, $43K for closing. US? Think you're a man that's new? Nah, it's not. Anybody that gets visible enough online is going to have a small contingent of people that are like really convinced that they're not who they say they are. Or that they're just, male. That's not new. You just can't worry about it all that much. Southwest Florida, literally all I could afford. Yeah, it's the world. I don't mean to diminish I don't mean to diminish your investment at all. That sounds really difficult. My math. Townhouses here. If I even like out of the city, like we're forgetting about the city, we're moving out. 600K? 650? If you move a couple hours out and you accept something that is kind of sketchy and in kind of a sketchy place that's from the 80s with a questionable board, you can maybe get it down to like $400 or $500. $1,000 Canadian dollars, but still, it's we're looking at six-figure down payments here. Yeah, they have HOAs. They're called stratas, and they're basically unavoidable unless you're a millionaire. If you're buying a place, there's depending on where you're shopping, of course, there are places that aren't this expensive, but here I would need to be a millionaire if I wanted to not have one. People tell me not to get one, and there's really not much I can do about it. Hazel Math, you're all to count. I like my HOA. I think they're very variable. The problem with them and the benefit of them is that they're run by people that live there. So people are invested, but also you're going to get people that don't have the management skills that are doing it anyways. And it can become very theoretically, I've never lived in one. This is my future, not my past, but I've heard they can get very like political and clicky and poorly run. And what you really don't want, especially in Canada, is to have one that's poorly run enough that they've mismanaged the finances, because you can get something called a special assessment, which is where they're like, ah, geez, we got to replace the roof, but we spent all of the money that we've been collecting from you in dues via embezzlement and also like this, paying 7 different contractors to do the landscaping that all dipped out on us. So we're going to need $60,000 from each of you, and if you can't afford that, you got to move. They can legally do that, and it can ruin people. I always wanted to live in Canada. It's so expensive. It is expensive. Yeah, it's true. Had to pay for a new roof if you had a normal house. Yeah, if you had a normal house, you would have to do it yourself as well. But you would be in control of a lot more factors about it. You can control who you're paying. You can kind of control your schedule for it. It's possible that special assessment is so high because they've neglected to repair the roofs to the point that it's a much more expensive job than it would have been if they'd done it correctly and on time. There is nothing to enforce them managing anything well, and mismanagement can be very expensive, and that money can fall back onto you. Yeah, there's also duplexes, which is kind of a weird thing, where it's sort of like a townhouse strata, except it's just you and whoever lives in the other half of it. And technically you're supposed to pay your fees and save up that money and have meetings and handle it basically exactly like a townhouse. But because it's 2 parties, people will often kind of do it on like this ad hoc basis, and it can be either really good or an absolute nightmare depending on who you get. Da-da-da. No. All right, no luck with sharkbait this week. That was my last attempt. We tried it 17 times. No good. No good at all. Side by side, not top bottom. Top bottom seems like a terrible idea. HOAs would hate me if I spent that much in the house. No one's stopping me from painting it black. They can fine you. They can legally fine you every single day until you fix it if it's in violation of their laws. Their bylaws, anyway. But let's talk about anything happier, because this is nothing but stressful. Nobody is having a good time in this conversation. We're just making ourselves miserable. How about that game last night? I'm sure somebody played a game of something. Should I flight path her back out to Mechagon? Actually, she's gonna hearth anyway, so I'm just gonna let her log out here. My dog keeps farting next to me and it's killing me, SOS. What is Moose's favorite flavor of dog treat? I had like these visions when I adopted him that we were going to have like taste tests, and I was going to like secure treats of the different main flavors, and I was going to ask him to choose, and we were going to have competitions and rankings, and I was going to determine what the very best Moose ranked dog treat / flavor was. And what I've discovered since adopting this dog is that he loves food. His favorite food is food. His preferred type of food is any food. I have never offered him something that he did not eat. Not once. And he indeed will peel up like receipts off of the sidewalk and eat those if given the opportunity. The dude's ravenous. All right, let's see if we got a Gale Spirit. Da-da-da-da. Dog will not eat veggies. Moose will eat broccoli, celery, carrots. He loves carrots. He will try to bully you out of your carrots. I haven't let it work yet, but like he is insane for carrots. Dog that loved dried jalapenos. Forbidden fruit, always sweetest. What am I doing? I'm getting another one, that's right. Carrots cheaper than bully sticks. Yeah. Poor Kendo Lostos. Oh, make yourself. That's so sad. Just starving. Okay, we're going... Cat is addicted to Temptations cat treats. The only treats that Miss Kira will eat these days are greenies. Feline chicken flavored greenies. She won't touch anything else, including treats that are made of like actual chicken. I'm sure there's actual chicken in the greenies too, but like those are the only thing that she wants. So I just buy her those. But I feel bad because I want to get her special treats sometimes that aren't her everyday treat. Then she's like, you know, to heck with this, give me my greenies. Alright, time to find out how much downtime there is if you do the 5 of them back to back. I'm assuming like a couple minutes. Thankfully, Huge now happy. Aww. Taking it easy on the sidewalk, Moss. Yeah. Now that his ration has been increased, he's not quite as crazy about picking up paper. He'll still eat it if he can get his hands on it, or his paws on it, but he's not like diving into the street because he saw something that he thought might have been like a receipt. Cat likes normal dry cat food, ham, Cheetos, and Temptations. Oh my gosh. Steak and Caesar salad. My cat will take you down for roast beef lunch meat. Kira was always ravenous for dairy. I never gave her any because my understanding was that cats are naturally lactose intolerant and it doesn't sit in their systems very well. But if I had like yogurt or cereal with milk, she would threaten me for it. Okay, any luck? Nope, that was attempt 29. And I don't care how many attempts it takes. We're getting this thing. I might need to take a break from on-stream soul inhaler farming. Just long enough to do the weeklies for the dungeon weeklies. For the cache of random heroic and Virtuoso loot. That's right. I remember seeing a video of a cat obsessed with bread. I think I saw one like that too. It was either like a Dodo or a GeoBeats video, but like somebody had a cat that would steal their bread. And you would see like the shot is just like a cat on a counter next to a toaster. And the toast pops and quick as lightning, the cat like grabs the toast in the mouth and just like tears out of there. Or like there was a shot where it like took somebody's sandwich and the person's like, oh, hey, kitty, how you doing? No, my sandwich! And the cat's just, like, tearing down the hall with, like, a Subway sandwich or something insane. Cat liked bread. Cat's favorite food was waffles. But only waffles that were already on someone's plate that she took when they weren't looking. Anne had a cat that would steal meatloaf the size of itself the moment you take your eyes off of him. Holy moly. Alright, any luck? Nope. That was attempt number 30. Time to get another one. I heard of somebody trying this like 250 times, which is like really, really bad luck. And I'm hoping it doesn't come to that, but you never know. So I'm gonna do this from max range. Because this thing has like quite a long range. Right? I'm glad that Convoke kills that. Mom's cat would go nuts for Cheez-Its. Kira used to lick the rings left behind by like a soy sauce jar on a table. And I think it was just the salt, but she was a soy sauce coated cat for some time. I haven't seen her do that, but I also don't bring up the soy sauce as much anymore. Had a dog that would swim in the pool, take out all the floaties. Went swimming in the ocean once and grabbed a lobster buoy to pull out, refused to let go. We had to get a boat and go get her. No way. That's so funny. I know that it would be too heavy to tow out, but I'm just imagining your dog just bringing in like a crab trap, being like, look what I found. And it's got snacks. Yeah, the Moonkin Fire form is a chance to drop from Tindril, Sage Swift, and Amir Dracil. Like Cat was crazy for Kinder Surprise chocolate. Goodness. Okie dokie. Any luck? Nope. On one of these characters, I guess I'm going to have to work order myself a centralized precipitation emitter, some kind of an engineering toy that needs the Airy Souls. Oh. Can you hear? I don't know if you can hear that. Moose is talking. He gets a bit in his feelings whenever noon comes around. Okay. No, no, not again, not again. Where did I put it? There we go. I mean, it does actually work because they kind of take, yeah, the pets that call the wild summons do take aggro, so it does get the job done. But I have to remember what keybind I put the Soul Inhaler on. One more chance, and then I get to find out how much downtime there is for rotating back to the first character. How long does it take to do 5 characters worth of Soul Inhalers? How close is it to 15 minutes? I think I'm going to call it after 17 rises with 6 mount drops. None for me. Oh, I'm so sorry. I feel like that might be a fun grind later on when we can solo it. Although, later on when we can solo it, we're not going to be able to get into just half of it, are we? We're going to have to do the whole thing. All right, attempt number 32. Nope, not that time. Skinny when I adopted once hoovered up a bunch of glass shards from a broken bowl, threw him back up in my bed that night, went on like nothing ever happened. Holy. 810 Steampunk Mog. I did not. I couldn't justify the cost. I got the Scarab mount, the pet, and then some transmogs. And then I froze the other mount. I like the full costume sets that they sell, but I just can't justify how much tender they cost unless it's something that like speaks to me in a undeniable way. It's just something incredible. Don't kick me. Don't you do it. Thank you. Is Dragonflight Pathfinder worth it? I think so. I like being able to switch between a dragon riding mount and a normal one based on how much precision I need. Sometimes it's a huge relief to be able to just use a regular mount for something. Wow, 2 mounts froze the Mog. Was it the same at Raid without me? Tears were shed? I was pretty out of it last night. I showed up, but to be honest, I didn't find out until after Raid. Flyby mentioned that you weren't there, and I had just assumed that you were one of the people whose names I didn't recognize because you have so many alts. Had the red mummy pet frozen, didn't care that much. Yeah, alright. How are we doing on timer for this one? How long are we talking? 6 minutes. Okay, so there's about 5 minutes of downtime. I'm not going to get another Soul Inhaler. 5 Soul Inhalers is quite enough. That is more than enough to be keeping busy with. What else can we do in the meantime? You know what I kind of want to do is I want to go check on... no, I don't want to move any of my characters that are out of the Inaran Plains away from them. I was going to say, see about upgrading some of the pets that I have that aren't fully upgraded. Sounds like you need 2 more tunes for 0 downtime. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. It's a good thing this is for the most expensive pet and not for the cheapest one, because otherwise I would be starting to question the wisdom of this. I would be running the numbers on how many cell inhalers we're looking at. How many cages do you have to go through before you should have just bought the pet? How far can you level an alt in 5 minutes? Get on Mollywobble. I still need a Mog that I like for Mollywobble, the Mechanome Mistweaver Monk. I got nothing. I put her in that Nathria Mog just because it was so silly looking. Loot a few treasures, get a couple of pieces of enchanting knowledge. Can't believe how many soul inhalers I've been selling the last couple of weeks. I need another 500. Oh, you know what actually I could do? Is I need... So hang on. We got 5 minutes. Keep an eye on the clock. 11:37. I'll be back over here. But I need Dream Surge Coalescence. I need 50 more Dream Surge Coalescence on my Hunter. And then I can buy the last toy. Because I got the French Surge Defenders toy so that I could get the pet from the Emerald Dream. But I'm missing the other one, and I'm really close to being able to afford it. And it's in the same zone. I don't even have to leave. I can fly around this area on my Hunter. I can get all that coalescence, and then I can just get a pet. Or a toy, rather. I feel like I should have changed the stream title by now. That's alright. Worry about it next time. We did do some shark bait farming. We ran out. We ran out of tries. Yeah, I've got 450 exactly, so if I maybe put myself in a nice dragon riding mount. I do have an Air Spirit, right? I do, okay. Yeah, hers has 9 minutes left because she's a couple of characters down in the rotation. Because we can just flap through and around and look for some of those green bubbles. I remember the grind for the Denathria's pet. I was excited when I finally got it. How you guys doing on the Lairdar Hearthstone toy? That one eventually, I feel like at this point, if you're running with the same group of people... Oh, I could do this. This is the actual Waking Dream. Bad rolls for that Hearthstone so far? Bummer. Got mine from LFR and an ult. At least you only have to get it once. That is the silver lining. Killed Larry 40 to 50 times in Pugs and LFR. Still don't have it. Oh. Oh, that hurts. Rolled a 1. So close. Before I got it, I rolled like a 98 one week and I lost to somebody with a 99. Or maybe it was like I rolled a 97, they rolled a 98. And it was like within a guild raid where only like 5 other people needed it to. One of the last 5 to get. Got mine in LFR. Lucky, lucky. I feel like LFR is always going to be harder than a group just because there's always going to be people in LFR that don't have it. Although I suppose less over time. You'd think. Maybe. So much content. Have not done Forbidden Reach, Luminif, and Emerald Dream. Yeah, Emerald Dream is a great place to start. I wouldn't worry about the others until you start getting an itch to look for their cosmetics. Some older mounts are tough to farm solo right now, but they're expected to get better in the future. I wouldn't say you're totally out of luck. Every time I lose a roll by 1, get PTSD from TBC. I lost Ashes of Valar with a 99 to a Pug Boomkin's 100 in my guild's first and only kill. Oh, got mine LFR2, rolled 100. I feel like when it comes to tier tokens, if you don't roll 100, you're not getting it. For a lot of other things, like armor pieces, I feel like are way easier to get, but every time I've tried to roll on a tier token, I think the one time I got it, I actually rolled like 100. I lost one to 100 tie once. Good morning. It snowed like 2 inches since I left with my bike. How is biking in the snow? Good morning. Sounds dangerous. I completed the rest of my freehold attempts with no luck, and now I have industrialized my we've quite industrialized our Zap Throttle Soul Inhaler farm. I have 5 characters now that I can rotate, and it's about time to go log back onto the first one. Let me tell you, it's cold. Not used to it, took like twice as long. I'm glad he made a home in one piece. Alright, let's do one more round of these. Let's open one more round of these. 5 more chances of this pet, and then we'll wrap it up for the day. Never seen snow? Doesn't exist in southern Florida. I love the atmosphere of snow. And I love the whole experience of it when I don't have to go anywhere in it. It makes traveling dangerous, but if you can just stay home. I also, I live in a pretty temperate place, so when we do get snow, it's usually gone within like a week, so you can just kind of enjoy the nice quiet and stay holed up and drink your hot cocoa and like have a nice time. Whereas if it's staying for more than a week, I start to get like antsy, because at that point, it can be tough, especially if the sidewalks aren't cleared. It can be tough to walk safely because the roads get really slippery and the sidewalks get really slippery, so you can't go nearly as far. And if I can't get out and go for like big walks everywhere, I get real stir crazy. The worst is when the when wildfire smoke makes the air quality really bad and you have to stay inside. I hate that, but being snowed in for too long is like a close second. Any luck? Attempt number 33? Nope. Imagine if we were only doing one of these every 15 minutes instead of 5. Darn it. I should have just started with here. What else can you do? I'm probably not gonna style them too aggressively. I like it like this. Only 2 parts of the achievement away from getting the Flame Lord Hippogriff. Oh, you're so close! About to leave for vacation, is freaking out worried it might snow, but apparently doesn't really snow there. There you go. Okay, let's Fear, and then Soul Inhaler. There we go. Die hypothetically? Nah. It's a synthetic wig. It's not real human hair. I don't know how it would react to dye, but I'm not in a hurry to find out. I like this color. It's kind of a pick up the color you want when you're shopping sort of situation. My cat's attacking me as I try and get things organized into my compression bags. I think she's mad she isn't going. Aww. I wonder what my next pet farm is. I guess I should be trying to keep an eye out on the Emerald Dream World quests for the Claws for Concern, because I don't have Blue, so I need to, next time that comes up, I should probably either use a bunch of alts or get into a raid group so that I don't progress the world quest and make sure I rescue all this stuff. Trying to get you to do Goth Hazel for Halloween for years by now. Oh, I see, I see. What if there was a Halloween specific wig? Okie dokie. Any luck? Not that time. I'm gonna try sleepwalk for this. Lucky Yatel, thank you for the brand new sub. Appreciate it very much. Interesting trick in the world quest. Yeah, I haven't done it, but it was recommended to me, and I figured it was a good idea. Happy to be back. Heritage armor sorted. 35 minutes, not bad. Why can't I get the Undercity Plague Bat? Was that like a limited time thing? I don't remember how that one worked. Okay. That's what I want to do. Oh, I can't use Sleepwalk on it, can I? Maybe I can. Oh, I can't. I just wasn't very good at the keybind. Oh, that will work. That will work. There we go. Problem solved. It's gone. It was from the BFA pre-patch. Oh, I see, I see. Retired. Yeah. Hope to own a cat one day. Keeping my eyes open about their behavior and habits. I love kitties. I love all of them. I thought I saw one last night, but then I got closer and I came to the understanding that it was a raccoon. Should not be visited with. Barnacles. We can enjoy raccoons. We can think they're cute. We should not pet them. Spicy cat. I did not pet it anyways. No, I gave it some space. Alright, attempt number 35. Oh. No luck. How does Moose get along with trash bandits? I don't believe he's seen one. If his other behavior is any indication, I imagine he would wonder if it wants to play with him, and that would probably end poorly. Should probably try to keep him away from them. I'm sure somewhere, if you dig through YouTube, there's got to be some kind of heartwarming story about a raccoon falling in love with a dog, but it's not about to be me. So there's a Colossus. I don't know why I thought that would work. I don't know why I thought I could get away with just rooting it and then it would be like, huh, I can't cast this ranged spell on you. I thought I would confuse it. I don't know. It's bad logic. Whose flowchart does it exist? Therefore I play. Basically, he likes meeting new human people, but he's been throwing them off recently because somebody will be like, oh, can I meet the dog? And it's like, yeah, of course. And they'll offer out a hand for Moose to sniff, and Moose will look at it, and then he will leap backwards and get down into a play bow to try to like entice them to romp with him like a puppy. And they think they've startled him or scared him in some way, and it's like, no, he's just trying to play with you. But like it'll be like, you know, a man in his 60s or something like that. It's not really the right person to be tumbling with my, you know, 60-pound puppy invitation to tackle them. Couple raccoons that hang out in our yard sometimes. Cats seem to think they're just fat outdoor cats. I was curious how the neighborhood cats and the raccoons, I was wondering if they leave each other alone. Do they ever fight? Do they get along? Because they're all about the same size. The raccoons are a little bit bigger, but they're active in the same times of day, and there's a lot of both of them. There's a lot of raccoons, there's a lot of cats in the city. The cats seem to be, I don't think they would compete for food necessarily, because most of the cats are people's cats. They're outdoor cats, but they belong to somebody. They get fed inside. I don't know. I was just wondering about it. I don't think I'm ever going to find out. I feel like a lot of animals are kind of conflict avoidant when given the chance to avoid conflict, just because it is the safer and more energy efficient thing to do. There's really no reason to get into a fight with something unless you have to for some reason. Slightly nod at each other, keep going. Any luck? Attempt number 36. I got one more chance for the day. I think I'm actually going to open with Call of the Wild on purpose. Because he's aggroed onto them now. Yeah, that's great. Except for the honey badger. They're just mean. Alright, one more chance. I am pleased with how quickly we're able to rack up attempts, at least. That's something. Have a soft spot for raccoons, mainly due to Guardians of the Galaxy. Isn't the raccoon played by, like, Bradley Cooper, of all people? I feel like I found that out years later and then couldn't unknow that fact ever again. Yes, he is. Okie dokie. One last chance for the day at the Gale Spirit. Ta-da! Nope. 37 attempts, but we'll get more in tomorrow. Actually, will I? Maybe I'll do dungeons instead. We'll see. We'll figure something out. Tomorrow's gonna be Saturday. Meantime, I haven't figured out how my Blood Death Knight avoids this. You know what I could do, actually? Is it wouldn't be perfect, but you could pop Death's Advance ahead of time so that you would be immune to the knockback interrupt. You would only be vulnerable to the stun interrupt. That would be interesting. And we'll have another 5 to open at the top of tomorrow's stream. Cool! Thank you very much for joining me today, guys. Sorry we didn't get lucky, but can't be every day. I appreciate the company. I'll be back tomorrow morning for another stream. Bright and early at 9 a.m. Pacific, which isn't all that bright and early for anybody except for me. Appreciate you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.